Hi, and welcome to this webinar. Today, I'll be talking about how you can reclaim your confidence and find happiness after divorce. As someone who has gone through divorce myself, I know and I understand firsthand how devastating it can be emotionally. According to statistics, over 50% of divorces are initiated by women. After divorce, women are more likely to experience reduced financial circumstances and negative mental health impacts like depression. I also initiated the divorce, but it doesn't mean that if you are the one who initiates something, you feel less pain. It is still painful. My own journey through divorce was extremely challenging, but ultimately it led me to find my purpose in empowering other women going through similar transitions. Eh, Separating yourself from a situation which doesn't save you, no matter how painful it is, but there is always a glimmer of hope. There is always a something good at the end. And my good was to find purpose and help and empower women and men, because divorce affects everybody else. It affects men as much as it affects women. So I now specialize in helping people, especially women, rediscover their self worth, their strength, and joy after divorce. I also help men do the same. But what I find out is that women are more open to getting help. Women are more open to looking for help from other people more than men can do, which is why I have more women coming to me for help. In this webinar, we'll cover actionable steps and tips and mindset shifts that can help you to emerge renewed and optimistic about the future. So you can use these tips, you can start shifting your mindset, and this can really help you to find joy, find happiness after this traumatic time in your life. So, how does divorce impact emotionally? The end of a marriage can lead to intense grieving process. Yes, divorce is just like losing someone. You grieve when you lose a loved one. And when you go through a divorce, you also have that grieving inside of you, because you are losing a partner, you are losing the life which you had gotten used to, and in most cases you are also losing friends, because sometimes you have friends which you met together and they will at times take sides with one of you, so you will be losing those friends. That's why divorce is just like losing a loved one, and you grieve over the process. In the initial months after the divorce, there are feelings of denial, feelings of anger, guilt, sadness, and loneliness. All these are normal things. And you feel the anger, maybe the guilt and the denial, especially if it wasn't you who initiated the process, because you'll be asking yourself, how can this person do this to me? How can they do this after so many years together? Crying and emotional outbursts are also common reactions as you work through the loss. Comment below and tell me how or what emotions have you been going through, because it also helps to talk about these things, and it also helps when for you to get help to overcome them. Your self-confidence also takes a huge hit after the dissolution of your primary relationship. You know, when I got divorced, I had been in the marriage for 25 years. And you can imagine those 25 years together. You had planned everything, you had planned how you will get all together. I remember I had this dream that when we are old, I could see myself and my ex sitting on our porch with our grandchildren playing around us. So sometimes it is all those things which you grieve over. And research shows that 75% of women experience a low self esteem. Their self esteem goes down so much and question their worth after divorce, especially if it is a divorce where there is somebody else involved, because you'll be thinking, what's wrong with me? What did I do? Was I not good enough? Without your marital identity, you may feel lost and as if you don't even know yourself anymore. Sometimes, of course, we tend to identify ourselves as a wife, identify yourself as a partner, identify yourself as a husband. And when you lose that, you feel this emotional turmoil. You feel your self esteem going down because you're thinking, what are people going to identify me as? They've always known me as somebody's partner, Mrs. Somebody, or somebody's husband. Know that all these emotions are part of the healing process. If you like hide them inside, it will take time for you to heal. They are part of a healing process. They have to come out in order for you to heal. To find closure, be gentle on yourself. Give yourself grace. You can seek counseling. You can seek the services of a divorce, a, a coach. You can seek the services of, there are many organizations which help people go through these emotions. The most important thing is you have to have a support system which you can lean onto to help you through this. Emotional relief comes in stages. Just you have to work through the pain. There were days when you will feel very down. There are days where you feel so happy you are out of that space in the first place. On the other side is a renewed sense of inner strength and resilience. When you get to that side, when you feel really happy about yourself, energized, high confidence, high self esteem, then you will have built resilience and you can, you know, go over anything and you will survive. And then, how do you rediscover your strength and purpose? After the dust settles, after everything has been done, all the crying, all the emotion, divorce provides a valuable opportunity for self discovery. You know, when you are in a space for so long, sometimes you lose yourself. So, after you, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying when you were in your relationship that was a bad thing, that was a good thing. But sometimes you lose who you are because you always do the things putting the other people, you know, in the picture. Reconnect with old habits you used to love before marriage. Things like painting, hiking, or even playing music. Try new activities that ignite passion in you because that passion is what is going to help you through this turmoil. Sorry about that. My power, I didn't realize my power was getting finished, so I had to reconnect. Right. So I was saying, try new activities that reignite your passion. I mean, take all those things which you wished you could do and you had no time to do. Take all those things which you wanted to do, but you had to accommodate other people, or maybe they didn't like doing those things with you, or they didn't like you going off. So now it's time to rediscover all those passions, rediscover all those things which you have always wanted to do. Carve out time for self exploration through journaling, traveling, or classes on personal development. That is very important. And I know sometimes people can think, oh, traveling on your own is it's one of the most beautiful things you can do by yourself. Solo traveling. I have a friend who has got a coaching business which uh, only deals with solo traveling. Dream big and focus on what excites you. Look at goals which you want to accomplish for yourself. Things which you can, at the end of the day, stand and say, I did this on my own. Research says women initiate over 60% of divorces, often because they feel their loss of identity in the marriage. Your divorce can actually be a catalyst to living more authentically, being you. This is your chance to create a fresh vision on your needs and values. So, how do you cultivate confidence and a confidence mindset? To boost your post divorce confidence, begin reprogramming your inner dialogue. Instead of listening to criticism, treat yourself with passion. Stop any negative thought patterns with affirmations like, I'm proud of how strong I am. I deeply love myself. I like positive affirmations. They really work. Just try them and see what works for you. Visualize yourself feeling happy, confident, and free. Speak to yourself with a gently encouraging voice. Think of something which you give to your best friend. That's what you need to speak to yourself. With consistent practice, these habits can rebuild self trust and self esteem. Soon, that imposter syndrome, that self doubt, those negative self thoughts will be replaced with an empowered attitude, a confident person, the person you really love. According to psychologists, self confidence primarily comes from within. It's not something which you can take from somewhere, it's something you build inside out. Yes, you may need somebody to help you on how to build this, but it has to come from you. The more you rely on external validation, not on external help, but on external validation, the less sure you feel about yourself. After divorce, dig deep internally, rediscover your worth, make decisions, and believe in yourself without apologies for who you are. Embrace yourself. Don't listen to other people. I remember when I got divorced, I didn't really have a support system. Even my mother, up to the time she died, she never even asked me what happened in the marriage, whether I'm happy now, whether what I'm doing is what I really want. So don't look for external validation. Do what makes you grow and what makes you happy. And one of the most important things is to embrace self care. Focusing on your mental and physical well being is essential after going through a challenging divorce. Or even if it was not challenging, even if it was a mutual, but you still have those emotional pain, you still have that grieving. So you have to focus on healing those parts of you. And research shows that self care can reduce anxiety by 45% and depression by 30%. So it is a good idea to make this a priority. I have some tips for you which you can do today, this week, every day, so that you improve how you feel. So every day, establish a routine that includes activities like journaling, maybe yoga, mindfulness, walking in nature, or anything that relaxes your nervous system. Even 10 minutes a day can make a difference. You go out for a small walk, especially if you are lucky enough to be living in somewhere where there are trees and things like that. I live near the coast, so I go and walk on the beach and I am me and my thoughts, and that really, really relaxes me. So choose an activity which will relax your nervous system. Set healthy boundaries and around you, your time, and your energy. Limit interactions with people who drain you. There are so many people who can really, really drain your energy. Make sure you limit the time you spend with those people. Sometimes there may be people who are maybe your loved ones, your relatives, but really have space for you, space to heal, space to enjoy who you are. Take space from family obligations if needed. Give yourself permission to take breaks. That is very important. Treat yourself to experiences that spark joy. Get a massage. Place, yeah, plan solo travel. Like I was talking about, solo travel is really, really liberating. Explore a new hobby. Discover more things that light you up. There are a lot of things which you can do which really make you happy. Prioritize proper sleep. Sleep is very important. Nutrition and exercise. It's very important for you to eat right. It's very important for you to exercise. Sometimes when you have gone through a divorce and you have got that depression, you might start overeating, and then that can affect your weight and your health. So look at those things and make sure you prioritize them. Move your body and release endorphins and tension. Unwind before bed by maybe powering down on devices. Don't go to bed with a phone, WhatsApp, Instagram, and all those things. Just before you go to bed, give yourself time to turn those off and tune yourself to sleep. Eat foods that nourish your body and your soul. And there are gentle activities like yoga, like mindful walking, like meditation, which nourish your soul. Do small acts of self-kindness each day. Take yourself out on a date. Buy yourself flowers. Light candles around the path. Listen to uplifting music or a podcast if you've got one. Or I like listening to faith podcasts. They really nourish me. So listen to something which you love, something which will uh, build up your spirit, something which will give you joy. Or taking a bath, just lie in the bath, put some salts, put things which will invigorate you and enjoy yourself. Surround yourself with inspiration. Curate your social media feeds. Read books, listen to podcasts that make you feel empowered, and limit negativity. You don't want negativity when you are trying to heal, when you are trying to get over a situation. Give yourself room to process your emotions. Don't hide them. Don't bottle them. Just confront them, but in a very gentle way. And also make space for laughter. They say laughter is medicine. Make space for that. And things which are light. Find joy in each day. By taking excellent care of your whole self, body, soul, and spirit, and mind, your sense of confidence and inner peace will grow. You are worth this time and care. Sometimes when we think of divorce, we forget about how it also impacts men. Men are also affected by divorce, just like we are. The only difference is that we maybe sometimes we express our emotions. We go to a friend and we cry. But men experience it differently. It can affect their social status. It can, and they can go back into themselves and emotionally, and they can start drinking. So if it is something which is happening to you, if you're a man watching this, you have to talk to somebody. Make sure you don't isolate yourself. Make sure you don't do things which will make you more depressed than, yeah, than you already are. Men are said to experience more depression, alcohol, and sometimes can resort to suicide than married men. So after divorce, make sure you surround yourself with people who can uplift you, people who can help you to get out of that low depression, that low self-esteem, and that anxiety. Rebuild your confidence and happiness after divorce. It may bring challenges, but you have to be proactive on your health, on your relationships, on your purpose, and on your self-care. Don't do isolation. You might need your space. That is why I said make healthy boundaries, but by all means, don't isolate yourself. That is something which will make you anxious, will make you depressed, and something which might make you end up doing things which are not right. Okay, there are so many things which you can do to help yourself through the pain of divorce and get to the other side in very, very good spirit and with a great confidence and with self-worth, a high self-esteem. But you have to take action. You have to do something about it. There are things you can do. You can join a divorce support group. You can resist the urge to isolate. Create meaningful friendships. Don't be afraid to talk about your emotions. Focus on personal growth and select people you confide in, because sometimes you can confide in somebody and then they go talking about you, and that is so much hurtful. So select people you confide to, and you can also seek the support of a coach. I've got a coaching program which can help you. The Rise program helps you to ignite the passions which you have. It helps you to build your confidence. It helps you to build your self-esteem and your self-worth. It helps you to just live the life which you desire. Build happiness. You deserve to be happy. You can also be happy, but you have to take the first step to do these things. First step towards your happiness. Your happiness is very important. So if you want to learn more and you are really going through this tough time and you want to strategies and tips and to help you move beyond this time you are having, please click the button below and book a free clarity session where we will discuss where you are, see what you need, how we can help you, and then we can take it from there. And I'm confident you will enjoy going through the RISE formula, and it is going to help you to gain back your self-esteem, your confidence, and the happiness which you deserve. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the button below and book your free session.